Hello and thank you for joining us at this time. You're watching News this hour. A bill to establish 47 new federal-owned universities has killed through second reading. The establishment of these institutions in Nigeria means that the total number of federal-owned universities may hit 99 in the coming months. According to media reports, there are 52 federal universities in Nigeria, with some states of the federation hosting more than one. The House is also considering various bills to establish about 32 federal colleges of education, 11 federal colleges of agriculture, and 5 federal polytechnics in addition to the already existing institutions. Now, this is just as about 56 bills have passed for the second reading to establish federal medical centers in different parts of the country. The Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Tunji Alausa, has attributed Nigeria's drug price increase to the prolonged presence of multinational pharmaceutical companies in the country. Alausa stated this during the inauguration of the Federal Medical Center Clinical Complex in the Ebute Metta area of Lagos State on Thursday. The minister noted that the problem of foreign pharmaceutical companies being in the country for longer than 5 years will be remedied and the regular procedure will be resumed. Alausa further said that 4 pillars will be put into place to promote the country's progress and the expansion of healthcare. He added that the nation will produce over 120,000 nurses by the end of the year, in contrast to the previous number in the country. And now to other matters, where the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Lagos State said it has published the Surulere Federal Constituency 1 by-election notice as required by law. The Commission's Public Affairs Officer in the state, Adenike Oriowo, on Friday said the notice was pasted yesterday at the Commission's headquarters in Sabo Yaba for public viewing. She revealed further that INEC had commenced the implementation of activities and timetable for the elections, adding that the preparations were on top gear to ensure strict adherence to relevant laws and guidelines for the poll. She, however, assured all that the Commission will not fail to deliver a credible by-election in the constituency. Now let's head on to Borno State, where the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has raised alarm that youth in the state are drinking fermented human urine preserved over 10 days as an alternative to hard drugs. The commander of narcotics of the NDLEA in Borno State, Ilyasu Mani, disclosed this in a statement in Maiduguri. He said abuse of psychoactive substances was prevalent among the youth, noting that they also take other unusual substances such as lizard dung, camel urine, Lipton soaked in gin, and methylated spirit mixed with soft drinks. He said they also inhale toilet fumes and gutter dirt in their quest to get intoxicated. Mani said the NDLEA command under his watch had fought a hard battle against drug abuse, but unfortunately the issue of substance abuse is even getting challenging, especially with the involvement of young teens and the abuse of new psychoactive substances, especially women. And now we head on to Senegal, where the Supreme Court has ruled against opposition politician Ousmane Sonko's appeal in his defamation conviction, a decision that puts his chances of running in presidential elections at risk. State lawyer El Hadji Diop said on Friday that the sentence and fines have been confirmed, but Sonko lost on all counts. He added that Sonko was now totally banned from taking part in an election. The 49-year-old had filed his candidacy papers last month while in custody to compete in the February 25 elections. Sonko has been in jail since July after his arrest on insurrection charges, when he was also struck off the country's electoral rolls. He has faced multiple court cases over the past 2 years for charges, including libel and rape, which he denies. The cases against him have triggered deadly violence in the West African nation. We'll talk sports now, precisely tennis, where the U.S. Open champion Coco Gauff brushed aside Bavara to reach the Auckland Classic semi-finals as she builds towards the Australian Open. It took Gauff just 52 minutes to seal a 6-1, 6-1 quarterfinal win and set up a last 4 meeting with fellow American Emma Navarro. The Australian Open gets underway in Melbourne on the 14th of January. Meanwhile, Brighton Harriet Dart has reached the biggest final of her career at the Canberra International. Dart 27 beat American Katie Volinet 7-5, 3-6, 7-5 in the WTA 125 Series tournament, which is the rung immediately below the full WTA tour. The British number 3 faces Spain's Nuria Pirizas Diaz in Saturday's final and then heads to Melbourne, where Australian Open qualifying begins on Monday. Now, victory would put darts on the brink of a return to the top 100. And that's it for the news at this hour. Thank you so much for watching. I am Omohefe Peace of Semere.